Hello, everyone, and welcome back to B-Tech Philosophers with me, comedian Elliot Still.
And me, also comedian Michael Dewale.
And we have listened and we have learned about you guys messaging us about not having a female guest. And so I'm very happy to say we've taken on board what you said, and we're welcoming Ginger J to the studio. How you doing, bro?
What's going on?
How's it going?
You can't introduce me.
What's going?
We've listened, and in the future weeks,
Yeah,
we'll be better.
at some point, but
Yeah, make that clear. What's going on? You good?
yeah, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
How you been? Now, what's been up to? What you been up to?
Just living daily, living day by day. You know? Just
That's what you can do.
recently got released from prison, so. I'm
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I said I knew that. I clearly knew
Like he
that.
sprung that on you.
But just for the purpose of the pod, I'm dropping it like this is all new information.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I was in jail for a long time. I was in jail for 11 years altogether.
11 years, man.
Just over 11 years. So I'm just living day by day, finding my feet.
I got so many questions, I guess.
Ask away, ask away.
What was like the big thing coming out that was like hard to adjust to, or you know what I mean? Not you just like surprised you coming out after 11 years.
The way how you pay for shit.
Really? What, like contactless?
You never.
That contactless
Yeah.
touch for pay, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Back in 2011, you didn't see that coming.
Still writing a check.
the big book just slapped on the table. Yeah, no, that was mad when I think it was Greg's, because I was in a DCAT, an open prison,
Yeah.
and my girl come pick me up for my first day out, so they let you have days out and that when you behave for a certain amount of time. And then went to Greg's,
Yeah.
stop, and then boom, I've gone to pull out my little piece of cash, my little £5 note.
Yeah.
The plastic money was a lot to me.
Yeah.
She's just gone, dude.
Bit of a-
I see, dude. I said, what was that? She said, I paid for it. I said,
Babe, I don't want to go back in.
yeah. You know, like, I was questioning my life choices at that moment. It was at that moment I realized, you know.
So is it like kind of like, it's kind of like the world moving faster? Is that in a way?
No. See, that's the weirdest thing. For me, the world's moving slower.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So everyone's heads here.
Right.
In terms of, because I'm not driving yet.
Yeah.
So I'm blowing past you, and I used to be the slowest walker compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Now everyone's just.
Really?
I feel like the world's slowed down, but it's changed. But it's not sped up at all.
Yeah. So I guess people have slowed down a lot, man, just because of the distraction. But I guess in terms of information and shit,
Yeah.
because of the phone, everything moving faster, and that's kind of.
Everything's moving fast in terms of the way how information is put out there.
Yeah.
Like you've got to take information and spit it back out
Yeah.
because there's tons more coming in the next 10, 20 minutes
Yeah.
on all different platforms.
I find like the need to have an opinion on stuff is too much. I don't always have, my brain is very slow. I don't always be formulating shit, but I feel like you gotta have a hot take, especially as a comedian. Like, what's your hot take? I don't have one. It's warming up. Ingredients ain't been bought yet, let alone making it in the oven.
That's the thing, man. You know, it said that weekend, like the Queen died. I was doing like Queen material. I was like, this has to be out now.
Yeah.
Because within 3 days, someone else is going to die.
Yeah.
Who we care about. And
Literally, people are just dropping out. Even when the Queen died, because I do little comedy skits on my socials and things like that.
plug yourself. Where can people find you?
TikTok and Instagram, gingerj.ent. Ginger spelt like ninja, because I feel like I got that in my bloodstream.
Just naturally.
Just naturally, I feel like that's just there. I feel like Karate Kid 4's coming.
Is it?
Yeah, me.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a hot soup on Hollywood for some reason. I was like, you're producing now.
One job of probation officer when I got you. Yeah, so you're actually now the head of Paramount.
Yeah, man. So yeah, gingerj.ent on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not on Twitter or Facebook.
Twitter
for the
and
best.
Facebook are like a social media. Facebook is for Facebook. I guess back in 2011, Facebook was popping.
Yeah, it was.
But now Facebook is for old people.
Can you still find hot milfs on there on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
You know where to look.
I'm not on it, but I see some shit.
So where did let's start at the beginning. Like where did you grow up? Like
So I was born in Leeds and I grew up in Manchester.
right, okay.
And then I moved to London when I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
How come just parents? Just with your parents, they moved down there and
With my mum. So yeah, and dad was non-existent. So yeah, moving back with my mum
whereabouts you moved to?
into London.
Yeah.
Ealing.
Ealing.
Yeah, we moved to
Okay.
Ealing.
West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it was nice. It was nice for a minute, man. We moved to Ealing and then moved from Ealing to Tottenham to East London and settled down in East London.
So you were living in whereabouts in East London? Was it? You said Ilford. Yeah.
I was in Ilford and
So was comedy something you were interested in from that age? Is that why you wanted you to be?
I've always been interested in. I just made the wrong decisions.
Right. Yeah.
Took the wrong path. Money got the best of me.
Mm.
The fast money and that life, and it caught. I should have stuck with it.
Yeah.
But everything in time and nothing before its time.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh fuck yeah, man! Like if you spent a few years, Mike, because I watched a YouTube video of you telling the story and stuff, and it was amazing.
yeah.
Like where I forgot what it was called.
On the taboo room.
It was so good, so honest and stuff.
Thank you.
But as I was watching it, I thought if you spent a few years miking, just learning the basics of comedy, because it's weird to learn comedy at first because you want to go on and I imagine you've got like your heroes in comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
And you want to go and talk like them, and then you realize that's actually a really difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But fuck me, man, by the time you hit like a fringe show or a 1 hour show, like nobody's touching that with your story. Nobody's touching that.
Do you reckon?
100%.
You just got a perspective that no one really has.
Yeah.
We had a guest, Luke Craig, got stabbed in the neck.
Yeah.
You can, I feel like there's space for two.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you see this chest, but I was working on it in there, bro. Like, I call this percolation, though. I did it.
Moving.
Mike went to me one time. The only reason I want to go to prison just to get big.
Is that a possibility? I can go to prison. Everyone leave me alone.
You know what? I'll be honest, and this ain't shitting on nobody out here that goes gym out here and puts in work, because there's guys out here that are really fit and women that are really fit and really in shape. But coming out, that's another big thing actually I've noticed. Coming out and going to the gym out here and seeing other people come from the gym and seeing what's going on socials and whatever, nobody gyms out here.
Nobody,
Really?
not
Not like
gymming
prison
properly.
gyms?
Nobody gyms.
Really?
Nobody gyms. I still haven't seen it.
What do you mean? What haven't you
I'm
seen?
talking about the PTs in the gym, just the way how everybody trains. I'll look you in the eye.
Yeah.
Nobody gyms. Look at it.
But is it like is prison gym more because it's like I need to be strong?
Yeah, so prison gym's more because it's one of the only things they give us.
Right. Yeah.
So it's one of our escapes, and it's also a place where we can link up with other wings.
Yeah.
And see our friends on other wings. So it's a social time. It's a period where we get to be free.
Yeah.
And not be in prison kind of thing. So before COVID, you was getting any prison, you getting as much gym as you possibly can 4 or 5 times a week.
Really? They didn't let you do it as long as you like?
No. So you get 4 or 5 sessions a week, and you get like an hour. Depending on what jail you're in, you'll get an hour, 45 minutes, or even an hour and a half, 2 hours per session.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's a long time in prison. To not in your cell, on the wing. You're doing
taking that
something
serious.
active.
Yeah.
So you're taking it serious.
Yeah.
If you're in the gym, in jail, and you're serious, and everybody's serious. And if everybody's serious, you've got to be more serious. And if you're more serious,
It's
you know
a
what I
bit
mean?
it's a bit of a dick swinging competition.
Yeah, it's not a bit of a dick thing. It is George of the Jungle, big African mandingo, swing a ding, ding dong, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, West Coast, East Coast, swinging. Listen, Biggie, Tupac.
I'm King Kong.
I'm King. Denzel Washington training day.
don't want to get cancelled. I'm out of this bit of the conversation.
Shoe program.
Shoe program. Pelicans back. It's England, so bell march.
So going back to like you grew up in Ilford and places like that, back when like some people would like to fantasy when London was London, back when it was all postcode. Was it like postcode wars?
What years was this?
2003.
Okay, we're talking peak Nokia days.
Yeah, 6230. Yeah. It's then Sony Ericsson Walkman phone. Yeah, that period. So 2000.
I didn't have any of those phones because someone like Jay would have robbed me.
Hey, what games you got on your phone? What's spec on there, big man?
Hey, what's that? The new Walkman, yeah?
Jump up and down.
I was mad when I got robbed.
Back of the bus.
It wasn't even a clear room. It's hey, let me hold that for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this gentleman wants to.
I used to be bad on the Walkman phone.
Really?
I see a Walkman phone. That's mine.
Just 7 in your pocket. I don't need all these, man.
like I used to be a walking jukebox. Bare different ringtones going off in my thing.
Was it more the thing when you were, because I imagine like the financial side of taking those things, like you'd resell it for like 20, 30 quid.
Yeah,
best, but was it more just like what was it that made you just want to take someone's phone?
Because you said right, you had a desire for money growing up. Like, so that was crime like your first thought? This is the best way to get quick money.
To be honest with you, nah. I wasn't that way inclined at first. At first, it was just fun. Everybody was doing it. Back in those days, it was Averex jackets, Lot 29 tracksuits, grime, fuck radio, gets, ghetto. You know what I'm saying? All of them, Tempety, all of them, Retch 32, all of them, Chipmunk. It was those days. Skepta, all of them, Meridian. You know what I'm talking about?
That era,
That era was that era.
Yeah.
That era, there wasn't too many guys that was just on this money thing.
Yeah.
Everyone was on this gang, stand outside the chicken shops.
Yeah.
Chirps gal.
Yeah.
And shank guys in their legs.
Yeah.
That was
The last part I was in it. You know what? You lost me at Chirps girls.
That like, and robbing little phones on the back of the bus and
from year
little
7s and
postcode,
that.
postcode wars and school wars and all those things. So it was all silliness and whatever. But money came and went then. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was as I got older, 16, 17, when I left school. I got stabbed in my mouth. When I got stabbed in my mouth, that's when I got deep into it. Instead of me going the other way, running away from it, I just went, fuck this.
Why did that occur?
Same thing, just little petty postcode, stupid, dumb shit, to be honest with you. I can't even tell you the main. It wasn't even my beef, it was my brethren's beef. But because he's part of whatever, we've gone there, and
that happened to my mate. I can't. This is the one story I could never probably tell on this podcast, like the backstory to this. But,
you can.
No, one of the lads involved, a friend of mine got murdered. So like, I can't go into the bag of it. But
so he's not.
There's like a load of So, but I remember that thing when you're 16 trying to be tough. I mean, my mate did that, and this lad from the area caught us and beat my mate with sticks in front of me. And I ran the other way. And went into comedy.
Good for you.
I'm not there.
Well,
I sat there crying as my mate took the beating of my life and fought back, and I just just stood there like, get him, bro. Get him.
Elliot ran straight into an open mic. That's it.
Hey, Dad, get me a gig. Fuck this. I was there in a little Ralph Lauren jumper like the little fucking nerd I am.
Why the change of mind, son? I just got fucked up.
I can't really go into why all that occurred. I probably could one day, but it's not my story. But so you had so that happened.
So that's when things started heating up, and then you felt like.
Well, I just didn't. It didn't faze me, to be honest with you. It just made me madder, I guess.
Did you have anybody just kind of like trying to get you back on?
Loads of people. Everybody around me that genuinely cared for me was always telling me stop doing whatever it is you're doing and everything. But I just didn't listen.
Did you see like
Jamali used to come and grab me from my mum's house.
Swear down.
And take me to open mic nights and things like that, like just to make sure that I wasn't on the roads and whatever. As much as
what a killjoy. Whoa. And Jesus, Javon, let people have their fun.
Yeah, Jam. Shit. Out here trying to live my ginger life.
Eventually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like trying to be ginger out here, Jamali. You're fucking with my shit.
And you were just too deep in it to listen, or?
Oh no, I was deep in it. I was deep in it from young because of who I was associated with and who my people were at the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't a part of no street gang, so to speak. I was a part of something very deep and bigger. So
Were you thinking about sort of what life would be when you grew up? Like, did you see older guys on road?
Oh yeah, no, I was sold the dream that every young guy sold on the roads when they're young. You see the boss, you see the big boys in the hood, and you see them driving the bad boy whips, and they've got houses, they're going on holidays. Their wives and their kids are cleaner than most people with best jobs in the world. You know what I'm saying? And everything's paid for, everything's good, like their life's cushy, and they're doing it from this. I can do the same thing.
So is in a way, is it sort of like in a sense, is it like a version of grooming? Because people are so vulnerable at that teenage, especially young men. Like if you show people that lifestyle, that money, it's more. Yeah,
it's grooming in the sense of, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a victim. I was groomed because I was very conscious of the decisions I was making. I wasn't forced to make any of the decisions I made. I was shown a life. Do you know what I mean? And in terms of the word grooming, I was groomed within the life in terms of, you could get this if you just did this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could achieve this if you just did this. Look what I've done. And so it was coaxing, manipulation kind of thing. So
yeah.
But it was never do that, go there, Where it started off like that until the point where I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
And then you ended up like, sorry for it, like you ended up in prison twice, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the first time?
That was in 2010, December 2010. I was aggravated burglary and a road rage incident with my Cody. 6 years due free. So that was.
Was that not a wake up call? Like, shit, I went prison.
Nah, prison them times was like youth club, man.
Was it really?
Shit was like, and I want to say this. I'm not glorifying anything I speak about. If I'm having a laugh about it, it's just because that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm not glorifying prison. I'm trying to be an advocate to help people stay away from prison
100%.
and that life that I was in. But at the same time, I don't care who wants to chat shit about the way how I put my thoughts across about prison. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit. To be honest with you, don't care.
You've been there a while.
Yeah, nobody can tell me anything about how I should think or talk about where I just spent a third of my life.
Yeah.
Unless you've been there and done it as well. You say your opinions. Say them as much as you want.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna roll off.
Because your perspective is your perspective.
My perspective is my perspective. I don't need to be PC for you or anybody else. So so prison them times there, it was like youth club, man.
Swear down.
Shit was fun. Shit. That's what I had to put the disclaimer out there first.
Fuck it, let's all go to prison. No, that's 2010 prison.
Yeah, no, that's 2010 prison. You go to prison now, that shit will kill you. Yeah, no, back then, shit, it was fun.
What was fun about it?
Like, what's the process like? That what's that first day in prison like?
It's not what you think. Everybody thinks what the drama series show you. I tell you what. The closest thing I've seen to explain it to you, so you guys could, if you've seen it, did you watch Screws?
No, with Sean Penn and I've heard it's brilliant. I haven't seen
on
it.
Channel 4.
Yeah,
they put it out. Or have you seen Starred Up?
Yes, I've seen Starred Up.
You haven't seen Starred Up?
Starred Up's a great film.
What's in this? What's in this one?
It's a British prison film where he goes to prison and his dad's on the wick. He's never had a relationship with his dad. And now he's in prison with him.
That's a good premise.
Fucking wicked.
You haven't seen Starred Up? Wait, you skipped. Wait, you answered the question too early. You haven't seen Starred Up?
When did this come out? Was this new?
8 years ago or something?
Is it movie, TV?
New?
I'm not up to date on my prison series. No, you're talking about Time, by the way, with Sean Penn.
You're talking about Time with Sean Penn. No,
right.
Starred Up Is you got the right movie.
I didn't say. I know Sean Penn wasn't in that. I thought he was in.
So he's seen 1 out of 2. Let's make fun.
Yeah. No, we'll get to you, Sean Penn.
Sean, what?
And it's Sean Bean as well. I fucked up the person as well.
Sorry, Mr. Bean. No, but yeah. So the first day, it's not what you think. It's actually, you're worried, you're stressed, you're like, if you haven't cried, you're going to cry through fear and the not knowing and everything else. But as soon as you get in there, the officers, they're sweet.
Yeah.
They're sweet. What's going on, lad? Go in that room, wait there. Do you need anything, water, whatever? Chill out there. We'll come get you.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. And you're sitting in there, and there's a room full of guys that have either just come to prison, or they're coming back to prison, or they're coming from court.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a little story to tell, so you just sit around, and it calms you down because you're like, oh, I'm not the only one here.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like, it sounds weird. It's like first day of school.
It's like a first day of school, and you just want your mummy back.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? You just want to run back into mummy's arms because you don't know anyone.
Yeah.
The teacher looks too big, and you know them ones like literally, and then a fight kicks off.
Okay.
Shit. Oh. I'm ready now. Like literally. So the first day was all. It actually wasn't. I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
And I was very self-conscious.
How was your cellmate?
I didn't have a cellmate on my first. 1 second, we're going back a lot of years here. Did I have a cellmate? I did not have a cellmate the first night I went to prison. My first cellmate. Yeah, that was years. Yeah, no, I didn't have a cellmate then. I had a cellmate a month or so later, and yeah, my first cellmate. He was from the hood. He was from Hackney.
Okay.
So he was yeah, man, he was good, man. It was jokes, it was calm, it was just mandem. Like I said, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was like every day at school with your best friends. No parents.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And gym.
And gym.
Oh my God.
And food.
Yeah.
And weed.
And weed.
And weed. Any drug you want is prison. You get more drugs in prison when you want it, how you want it, than you do outside.
Is that genuinely true?
It's a fact. It's just quadrupled the amount of the price.
Right,
Really?
okay.
So what you pay £30 for £30 out here, you got to pay £100 for in there, £120 in there.
Yeah, and where people so people people do make money in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is it actual money or is it trades of stuff?
No. You can do trading. You can. So there's levels of hustling in prison. So you can do your trading. So you can have you can open a shop. So loads of wings in prison. You have a shop. So you have a guy that will have a certain amount of money on his canteen sheet. And 1 week he'll buy 5 of everything, like all the sweets, the fish, the rices, the pastas, the tunas, the drinks, the fizzy pops. So next week everybody knows, right? I can go to your shop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If I get the munchies or if I have run out of stuff, and then you just double bubble. So I used to do, you get 2, give me 3 back.
Right, okay.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever you come and get, you get 2 waters, just give me 3 waters.
What happens if someone doesn't give the 3 back?
Just do it next week.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, just do it next week.
Oh, I thought because I've.
You thinking violence?
No, everybody does it different.
Okay.
That was just me. Like, so if you don't do it, then I'll double you.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. You owed me 3. You now owe me 6.
Okay.
Next week, I'm coming to get my waters.
Yeah.
If my waters ain't here, I'm taking the equivalent of what you owe me. You can't tell me nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's just how I used to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything after that, then that's anything after that.
Is your word worth a lot more in prison then, would you say?
Your word's worth everything in prison. Your word's worth your words and your actions. Because your word can be whatever, but if you're saying you're gonna be about something in prison and you're not about it.
So now that you've come out, is that difficult to adjust to? Because obviously, if someone goes against their word outside in life, there's not as much repercussion.
I know, because people go against their word in prison every day.
Right. Yeah. But I guess is there a sense of like code of like there's gonna be repercussions if you go against your word?
It used to be. Prisons, bullshit now. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Prison's not what it used to be. Prison used to be run with a hierarchy. It used to be run with respect. It used to be through officers and prisoners. So it's just not like that anymore. There's no respect. It's just not there.
When did that change?
When they cut the funding.
Right, so like when the Conservative government
Yeah,
came in. Right,
when they cut the funding, like 2014, 2015, when so when that happened, prison went to absolute pants, mate, and it's just getting worse and worse.
Well, like, it was there like a sense of ironic lawlessness? Like, what's it?
All right, cool. So you see, when I said prison was fun, I said prison was fun because I was a young-minded idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like it was a youth club. It was just all the guys. We're just busting jokes every day. We're just having fun. We don't give a fuck. That was how we just did that sentence. It was fun because it was fun. We made it fun. We used to have parties on the wing and raves. Things we weren't supposed to be doing, we used to do. But the officers would let us get away with it because we would not give them trouble.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're not beating up the officers. The officers are chilling because we're chilling.
Yeah.
We won't have a party every day. It'll be once a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll arrange a little, and then we'll have a little party on the wing. The officer, like, close the landing door, guys, turn it down a little bit, go and do your thing.
Yeah.
Got any trouble, let us know.
Yeah.
So guys come on the wing causing trouble, they'll come and let us know. Like, who? Number 19 on the what? Come, let's go. 5 of us go down. Sort your shit out or get off the wing.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was ran. So there's no issues. People ain't fighting and getting stabbed every day and all that stuff. It's just not happening. We are actually smiling. Our families are coming to see us every week. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a nice environment, even though it was prison. Now the funding cut. The officers, you got 18-year-olds trying to talk down to grown men. You got people coming out of college and school putting big, hardened criminals behind their door.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They're doing their job, but then they're talking down to us.
Really?
Like I haven't been in jail since you was in nappies.
Yeah.
Like you've actually just come out of school. Like, you've actually just done your GCSEs a year ago, and now you're here trying to talk down to me. So there's people now. There's a lot of officers with no people skills, and that's all you need in prison is people skills. If you're working in a prison, people skills. They put them on I think it's a 6-week PowerPoint course.
Yeah. It's not gonna
That's how you get a prison officer's job. They put you on a 6-week PowerPoint course or something like that. Don't quote me, but it's a PowerPoint course in a classroom, and then they put them in the jail to work.
I was reading a Reddit thread one time from prison officers where they were saying the work about the inmates to work with, and they were actually like, your violent offenders, your gang guys, they're not bad to work with because they're quite they've got in a way they've got a code. I'm sure they break every now and then. They went the worst wing to be on was with the sex predators because they're manipulative. So they're going to try and...
Especially 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Listen, so many female officers coming in and leaving within weeks and months.
Really?
And they're cool women, like mad cool. Like, and to be a woman to work in that environment, you got to have some strong, because you are getting shit said to you, all types of horrible things and all types of misogynistic things and sexist stuff and the wolf whistles and I'll do this and I'll do that and da. So to be a woman in that environment, you got to be made of something real strong. But like you said, man, any officer that works in the prison, they will tell you right now, they would work on the wing with all the violent offenders. I'm talking the murderers, the kidnappers, the big drug traffickers, the trap stars, the trappers, the ones that are in for shootings and killings and stabbings and GBHs and gang affiliated and all that stuff that the public that is made to be the most scared of. We are the scumbags. I'm classed as a scumbag in society right now, and I always will be. And I have to accept that. Do you know what I mean? No matter what I do, no matter what I might achieve or how far I might go in whatever I decide to do, I will always be classed as a scumbag.
I disagree with that because I think people love a redemption story, and whenever you look through, especially
to the system.
To the system.
So I will only because of, but every officer will tell you right now, put me with those guys. Don't put me with the vulnerable and the sex offenders, because they leave their job. They'll rather be breaking up fights and cleaning up blood out of cells from gang wars and whatever than be over there with the people. You know, sex offenders ain't classed as criminals. You know that, don't you? You guys are aware of that, right?
No, I didn't
know that.
You didn't. So the word nonce. You've heard the word nonce.
Yeah. Not on normal courtyard exercise.
Not on normal courtyard exercise. So that was started in a Monster Mansion, right?
This was West. What's it called? Near Leeds.
Yeah. Wakefield.
Wakefield. Yeah.
It's one of the dispersal system, but only the monsters go there. So the paedophiles and the serial killers and the nasty of nasty. Not of normal criminal entity.
Oh, right.
So nonce started not of normal courtyard exercise. It's been transformed not of normal criminal entity, and you will find that word on probably every sex offender's paedophiles paperwork somewhere. That's how they've redone it. They're not seen as normal, which is why they're separated from the rest of us.
Do they have to be separated? Because when people find out, that's, you know, I know like there's that thing.
They say they have to be separated because people find out they're going to get fucked up. Of course they're going to get fucked up. That's that should be part of the justice system. What do you mean? Hello, you this person has done whatever they've done to whatever child, woman, man, boy, old person, whatever fuckery they've done. Am I allowed to? Whatever fuckery they've done, some unholy, unjust, down, dirty, under the dirt.
Dastardly.
I'm not trying to go back to prison. Yeah. That's part of the justice system. Because watch this. They will put, you're part of a gang, right? You're part of a gang. You come from the same area, yeah? You opposite sides, yeah? They will put you two on the same wing.
Right, and that's just going to cause issues.
Yeah. But watch this. You're in jail for killing one of his boys.
Liam, come on.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, why do you do that, Liam?
You know, I caught him lacking. I wanted to make a TikTok.
But that's what it seems like.
That's what it is now, isn't it?
But dying and someone doing a dance.
Someone emotes on this.
Mate, man,
you're getting CPR.
I'm like, oh, you lot are taking it too far. Took it too far. But yeah, they'll put you two on the wing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if one of you had done something to the other's little sister, so say you're in jail now for doing something to his little sister, you done something to his mate, they'll put you on a wing together so you two can fight out. But you done something to his little sister, they'll put you on the protected wing and you on a normal wing. And you get treated, you know, on the protected wing, they get twice the amount of stuff any other prisoner gets. They get twice the amount of time out of their cell, they get the better jobs, they get all the help in the world from all the charities and within prison. They get their own housing when they get out. They get everything. I've been out 7 weeks, lads. I have had not one piece of help from my probation.
Right. So what can they, like, you know, because like in a way, like, we got to...
So fuck that shit. Put them nasty motherfuckers on the wing. Yeah? Justice. Yeah? Because you will put me... They put people on the wing. They know you've got problems. They will put you on the wing to kill each other.
Yeah.
They do that shit. They have to. It's about numbers, right? It's all about numbers with the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to. They say violence is up. We want to get it down. If violence completely goes down, what happens to the healthcare system?
What do you mean?
There's no need for medical care in prison apart from just doctors. I've got a cold, might got a headache.
So you're saying it's like they want people to be violent there because
they lose money.
So is that like a private? Is the health system in prison a private entity?
It was, but watch this. If there's no violence in prison, there's no extra charges. Which means no extra charges and there's no extra time. There's no extra time. There's no extra money.
Right.
They get paid every year for each prisoner, depending on the category.
Because I know. Obviously, the American prison is the industry. That one's mad. I didn't really know.
It's the same over here.
Is it swear down?
It's exactly the same. They just don't. It's just covered better. It's just covered the British way.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The proper way.
That's. Yeah. I mean, it makes it. You know, like when you
Look
live
at
in
all the jails they're building.
yeah, you look at the society like we live in now, where everything's like just the things people do for money, and that to me is like in a sense of like one of the weird things of like, especially about what you were doing, like going to get money and stuff like that. In a way, was like replicating a capitalist system. You know, that's the thing you always find interesting is you look at someone who builds like on their estate a mini fucking drug empire. They're a good businessman.
Yeah.
They you know,
Put him in charge of a McDonald's franchise.
Yeah.
He'll thrive.
Well, if you have money, you can make. If you have 100,000 quid, it's so much easier. People I know have done it to make. You can invest in things. You can do.
Yep.
Because I always look at those like 16-year-old kids, right, whose dad like gave them money and now they like resell shoes.
Yeah.
And now they're like the shoe reselling guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you gave that same money to a kid in the hood, they would have that same level of.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Right
I'm not gonna lie, you come and give me some of your 100 grand back then, boy. I'll tell you, I'm gonna get some weed. I'm gonna get a new car.
Yeah, with the first 20, you have like 10,000 left over.
My girl says she likes a Louis bag over there in Selfridges.
You have 5,000 left over.
Yeah, that's that working class.
Need
like,
to pay my mum's rent.
Yeah. You're gonna be in debt. You're gonna be in debt.
I'm gonna come back for the other 20. I mean, something happened yesterday.
So you came out of prison the first time. When you came out, was there like not a fear of going back to prison?
Nah, I didn't care. I was on a different level when I come out. The team had elevated. I was just on.
And you
active.
you hadn't. I was watching your video. You hadn't snitched on anyone, so you were now seen as like you were patterned. You were a little bit.
Yeah, I was solidified. I was in my position of I'm certified.
It's like
I'm certified.
Close thing I got to a reference is like in Goodfellas when he first goes to court and he doesn't snitch on anyone.
Yeah.
And he comes out and all the mob are there and they give him like $100 and they're like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
main thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like that, but that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it is
I
like.
know.
So
I mean-
the recognition is, wow, you went to jail. You could have snitched on 2-3 other guys and took them with you, so you got less time. It wasn't even your thing, but you just took you took it with it.
How long ago for the first time?
3 years, so 6 years do 3.
Man, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that went quick, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's how it was. And
then you started getting like quite higher up work.
yeah. I was active.
Yeah.
I was active in what I was doing.
And do you mind like to tell our listeners like what that work entailed, what that was, like, without having to go, you know,
In a nutshell, I was an enforcer, I was an enforcer in a nutshell. I wasn't the biggest and baddest. I wasn't doing the most. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I was the crazy bad guy and I was shooting everyone and kicking off doors and no, but I was active.
Yeah.
I was involved with a lot of shit.
Were you not worried in terms of coming out, like they're going to be watching you a bit more heavily?
Yeah, because there was a case going on, but because the case happened whilst I was in jail, I knew I wasn't being watched. So I knew I was seen as a low-level worker of the team when I went in. So I was the youngest anyway, so I am. But yeah, man, and when I come out, like I said, different mind frame.
And again, was it that thing of people telling you, come on, try and go on the straight and narrow now? But
Yeah, Jamali come and got me from my mum's house the day after I got released.
Oh, what dude, man.
Jamali, the day after I got released, Jamali Maddox came and got me from my mum's house the day after, and he didn't tell me anything. He said, come, we're going, I got a show. I said, all right, cool, sweet, wicked. Because remember, comedy is something it's my passion.
Yeah.
It's my love. It's the love of my life. I love making people smile and laugh. It gives me peace. It makes me happy. Do you know? And as you guys, do you know what I'm saying? It's,
No, I do it for my ego.
yeah. So yeah, Mike. Yeah. You got bills. Okay, so I'm in it by myself. Engineer? No.
Yeah, do it to get laid.
Oh, you do it to get laid. Okay, so I need to reevaluate my.
Who'd have thought that you'd be the one on this podcast going like, what? You guys don't know? You guys need to rethink your life.
We should have spoke about this before we came on, guys. We should have had a general consensus. But yes, it's just always so he come and got me and he said I got a show. I said, oh, wicked, gas, boom, got there, and these times I was bigger than what I'm not big now.
Very wide,
head, but I'm got a size, but I was bigger than this, much bigger than it. So we've gone in there, and the guy's gone to him and said, Jamali, what have you done? Brought your security guard with you? And the Jamali's gone, nah, you just come out of jail yesterday. And the guy's gone, and Jamali looks at me and said, yeah, no, I'm being serious, bad. He said, come, Jay. Gone downstairs, and we're waiting. I'm sitting there and waiting. The guys are coming on, the stand-ups are coming on. And then Jamali's come over and said, yeah, I'm on last, but I'm doing last, innit? I said, cool, no problem. He said, do you want a drink? I said, no, I'm good. He said, no, get a drink. I said, no. He said, go on, I'm going to get a drink. He's gone and got a drink. I think it was Hennessy, or was it Courvoisier? Either way, he's gone, give me the glass now. He's gone, yeah. I said, I didn't need a drink. He said, no, you need it. I said, why? He said, you're going up. I said, what? He's gone, yeah, up soon. I said, what do you mean? He said, take it. And then walked off. And he's walked off and looked back at me. He's like, I'm looking at him sitting in the audience. What do you mean I'm on next within 2 minutes? And up next, Ginger J. I've looked at him, he's gone. Just imagine Jamali in the back, like, like with the beard and the glasses and the hat on, he's just there to... I'm like, oh my gosh. So got up on stage, nothing prepared.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, all I've got is the jokes I've been writing whilst in jail, just in my head. And I just said, fuck it, I'm just going to freestyle and see what happens.
Yeah. Got
on stage, and the first joke, got on stage, and I just take the piss out of yourself. I just said, just take the piss out of yourself. You're black and ginger.
Yeah.
Just take the piss out of yourself. It can't go wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's all I said. Take the piss out of yourself. I walked on stage. I said, Yep, you've noticed that I'm black and ginger. And got a couple laughs. Yeah. And okay. And you might have noticed I've got Beyonce in the back. And then I got laughs. I was like, all right, cool. And then I just went with it for like I did 5 minutes. Did a 5 minutes. Yeah.
That felt like a long 5 minutes. It'll go quick.
It went quick because I was just enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Like I was in my element.
Dude, can you remember a lot? Because I always found my first time on stage, my first few times.
Yeah, what was yours like?
Yeah, I was 16 when I started, so do you know what? I wasn't very good, but I was able to sell something, and I had the thing of I was 16, so nobody had. So you got leeway with that, and I was energetic.
Yeah,
I would when I first started, I would and I would try be more South London than I actually was. Okay. So I was like, but I couldn't really remember my jokes.
Yeah.
Because the adrenaline, like it happened the first. I remember my first time I went did a kickboxing match. I couldn't tell you anything that happened in it because the adrenaline is so high. It's just over.
Yeah.
And then there's no memory.
Yeah.
Did you get the video?
No, I didn't. No.
Believe me, you'll look back at that in a few years and be like, thank God nobody recorded it.
Trust me.
Believe me.
Trust me. I did, but I did stand up in prison.
Really?
I was putting on stand-up shows in prison.
What was that like?
So that was an amazing opportunity because no one's ever done it before.
Well, like back in the day or recent?
Recent, this year.
Oh,
so Charities was coming into the prison. So I was in H&P Kirkham.
Yeah.
Working with the employment hub in there. It's a DCAT, it's an open prison, and they put on events for the prisoners, to like homeless shelters events, and charities come in and they put on workshops. So I was working with a woman called Kerry, lovely Kerry Adams. Oh, love that woman, such a good soul. And she said to me, because I did a show before for a woman, but she used me to benefit her position within the prison.
Right, okay.
Of all the accolades she got off the back of the show that I hosted. So Kerry said to me, she called me up, she said, listen, I just want you to perform. I need you to be you. Get everybody here because everyone loves you.
Yeah.
Be you, do what you do. Just do what you do. I said, all right, cool. So show days come. It got filmed and everything. Charities have come in. The mayor of Manchester was supposed to come. He sent his assistant, Speedo Mick. I don't know if you're aware of Speedo Mick, the guy that swam the channel from the Scouser. There's loads of guys, loads of people come. And I put on a show. I did a 15-minute set.
Yeah, sick.
For 150 people. And then I got what's the thing where they call you back?
Encore.
Sick. So speakers came on, and then in the afternoon, more people would turn up, and then because everyone was talking about it, they've gone to Kerry, and Kerry's come back to me and said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, sweet." Why? She goes, "How was this one? Did you enjoy?" I said, "Oh, it was beautiful, Kerry. You don't understand. Like, it's like a dream come true. I've been just dreaming about getting on stage, and And she's gone, "Okay, wicked. Yeah, you're back on in 10 minutes."
Sick.
I've gone, "I'm sorry, Kerry. What It was a Jamali Matic situation all over again. It's just done full circles. Like, so I prepared for the one you told me to. I prepared for that. She goes, okay, well, you know, your cell is literally across the road. Run back, get some shit, come back. I was like, yeah, because that's how it works, Kerry. That's
All right.
yeah, I'll just go and literally I did another 20-minute encore, and that was filmed.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get the footage, man.
Yeah.
The lady that's holding the footage, she doesn't want to get in trouble for releasing footage that was filmed in prison. So it's a bit.
Well, you want to put it out, or you want it just for your own means?
I want it for my own means, but
Get the audio.
Yeah, no, I've got definitely get the audio, but I want to get it. I want to get permission to put it out because I signed permission for my face to be on camera within the prison through the security. So I can't see there being any problem. The people from outside the prison came to see it.
Yeah,
everything legally has been done. So.
Yeah.
At what point? Because at what point in prison, like through your long stretch, did you then go like, I want to work with charities and put on stand-up gigs in prisons and stuff?
That's a good question.
Because you were saying like when you first went, it was like having fun and all this, and then so there must have been a point in that where you were like, fuck this, like.
You know what? It was when I think it was about when I came out of the dispersal system, the lifers system. When I came out of there, they had a studio in Wood Hill, and I was just in the studio because I love music, so I make music as well, just as a pastime, as a hobby. And the teacher said to me, oh, do you wanna help put on a show that we're putting on for people coming in? I was like, yeah. So help do that. And then from there I was just like, yeah, this is a bit of me, man. I like putting on shows. I like helping creativeness and
bringing the vibes.
Yeah, everybody's always told me I'm a vibe.
Yeah.
Everyone's always told me being around me is just chilled and comfortable.
Yeah, it's just energy. Yeah.
Energy, yeah. So that's when I realized, when I was like, you know what, this is my lane, like to make people feel comfortable and happy and chilled. And
yeah, there's not many people who could come just sit on this podcast. Like we put the studio for a bit longer today because of this, and like the two could just come in and sit here and fucking vibe exactly with what we do.
Yeah,
like, there's so many episodes we've had to carry.
What is that like?
It's not. Do you know what? It's not too bad. It's like I was saying to you before we did the pods. This is quite a new podcast, but me and Mike are better at fucking having comedians on is fun.
Yeah,
and it's good. But talking about this kind of comedy is interesting.
Yeah,
you know, like someone who's coming in using comedy to change their life, has done this stuff, and has an interesting story. What I find is boring sometimes in comedy at the minute is, we're going to talk about the woke stuff. We're going to talk about this culture war that we, as fucking myself included, more than anyone, amplifies.
Yeah.
Because it helps me sell tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
And that, I just think, is where comedy at the moment is like, we go on and say something when there's like an offence taken at it. That's probably one person, which has happened throughout history. The first time someone did a joke back in BC, someone would have been annoyed about it. Yeah. And now we amplify it in this way that, like, you know, there's this and that going on. And sometimes you just bring comedians on and stuff, and they want to talk about that. And it's like, oh, fuck, the last 5 podcasts we've had has been mentioning, like I'm doing now.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, people, they don't have something interesting to say, so it becomes the same topic of like cancel culture and whatnot, even though if it's not necessarily affecting them. So it's always cool to have a guest who's got like actually different story to tell.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. And my aim is to change the whole game. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not here to follow the rules.
Yeah, God help the first promoter that owes you money.
Oh, they're pissed.
You said backs within 4 weeks. All right, it's now. You know my policy. A week, it's double.
You don't want to owe me, man.
Spiky Mike on the fucking promoter, like Jay's knocking on his door.
Now he's in the back of a boot somewhere.
Michael Lewis come up. Where's the promoter, Jay? Like, huh? Promoter? Spell that again? P-R-O. Did you get your money, Jay? Oh yeah, I got my money. Yeah.
I got your money.
I got your money. I got his money. I got your mama some money.
I now run the gig. The gig's now mine.
Yeah, it's all
He owes you
mine.
£20 now. He's being waterboarded. See what I mean? What's going on?
Shit, oh shit, I got the tenants. Yeah, no, I'm here to change. You got to imagine, guys, right? Yeah, for the past decade, I've been analysing. That's all I've been doing is just analysing and observing. That's all I could do. TV channels, you get 1 to 5, and then you get E4, Dave, E4.
Oh, it's all the best comedy.
Yeah, all the best.
Streaming.
Do you get Netflix and stuff?
Yeah, when you buy a phone for $2,000.
Ooh. How do you? Sorry, this is a really I've always wondered this. Can you, with a phone, connect to the prison Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it depends. That's a bad boy. You know what? That's a bad boy question.
I was thinking, were you running on 4G? Could you pay $2,000 for the phone?
Yeah.
But then you get fucking gift gaff thousands.
Gift gaff's the best. Hold tight gift gaff. Listen, hold tight gift gaff. Yeah, hold that gift gaff. You're holding the man them up in it.
I sense a sponsorship coming.
Listen, gift gaff, keep doing your thing. You're holding the man them up in there. Yeah, your deals, your monthly packs. Wait. And also free. You get a shout out as well, but sort out your signal phases, man. You don't take the piss. And you took my money a few times. Hey, free, you're not, fuck that. Hey, free, you owe me money, bruv. I topped up twice, yeah, £60, yeah, and you took my top up and I didn't get my unlimited data. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just saying, bruv. I'm just putting that out there. But, you can connect, but it depends if the network, it depends how close you are to the office.
Right, so that's like prime real estate in prison.
Well, if you know, a lot of guys don't bother. It's just data. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't asked before that. But if you're in there, I clocked loads of things, like loads of the in.
How do you get the Wi-Fi?
You just speak to, what's the Wi-Fi?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, all right, cool. So I'm not big-headed. I just know who I am.
Yeah, right.
Right? I get along with people.
Yeah.
I find it easy to get along with people.
Person.
Yeah, I'm a people person. I like to connect with anybody from any walk of life. So me having relationships with officers was never a problem with me. And I always had a relationship that no other person I had. And people would look at me different. I got rushed, people thinking I'm a snitch, and because I would just get whatever I want.
But you just have social skills.
That's it.
How did that get squashed? Did it get squashed?
Well, no, they rushed me. That happened.
Fucking hell.
I caught one by himself. That happened. Caught another by himself. That happened. Caught the third by himself. Almost happened. That was it. Ain't seen him. That's just how jail goes. Like, it's not you have beef over something stupid, then it's beef over something stupid. Me, in my head, I haven't got ops. I haven't got beef with nobody.
Right. But I'm just because I'm just curious on this. Because I always thought if you had a fight in prison, is it sort of like old school man rules? Like, we had the fight.
Used to be.
Right. Okay.
It depends who's fighting. It depends if the two guys that are fighting, I said, come to the cell now. We'll have it out and shake hands. It still happens.
Yeah.
But it's rare.
Right.
It's rare. If you have beef now, you got beef. Every time you see him.
Does that play on?
It's like Tom and Jerry on site.
Tom and Jerry, cheese in the hole.
Don't matter what you're doing, just drop it.
Yeah. And then you don't want to see the big dog come out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When the big dog comes out, it's a problem, bruv. It's not nice.
But does
Tom
that?
and Jerry had 70-year beef, man. 70 years of smoke.
Nobody's got beef like them.
Just that generational. That's 2 world wars of beef.
Two.
They were beefing during the world wars. They didn't. You know, some countries made an alliance. Tom and Jerry went, no. I'm killing you before I kill a Nazi.
It's even worse. They fought on the front lines together.
Front lines.
As soon as they came back, it's back on smoke.
Battles. They in the same house. They've got the worst beef because none of them can actually touch each other.
Fam.
How do you keep missing? How have you missed for 70
years and like not one clean strike? That's mad.
Somebody needs to go practice something for some aiming or something.
But does that, so like when, because I know for to speak for myself, if I fucking had beef with someone 3 cells down, and you're living together now for 10 years, you're living together, that's going to send me crazy.
Well,
just out of the paranoia.
It depends what jail you're in. So, and the Islamic community does a lot to stop that. Really? Those things happening. I will say that much. If you land into a prison, it's mainly long-term prisons, and if you're already Muslim, you ain't fighting like that. You need to have permission.
Is that why a lot of guys convert in prison?
Yes,
Right.
a lot of guys convert for safety.
Okay.
Which isn't. I'm not gonna say it's wrong, or I'm not gonna come out and say they're fake or nothing like that. But it's just that's the way how it is.
God knows I would be that guy on the first day, brother. I'm going to walk in and it's like, Salam alaikum. How are we doing? Because I'm part Arabic.
Culture.
Yeah. I'm like, my granddad's Egyptian Jew, but I'll leave the Jew part out. Go and grow a beard that goes Arabic.
The fucked up thing is you get more racism off the white guys than you would of anybody else for that.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be shunted from the white guys. They would hate your guts.
Gonna have to join the Brotherhood, man. Gonna have to eat a bacon sandwich on the sly.
Oh, that shit was funny. When you used to catch a brother that was eating bacon on the sly, it literally looked like Tom and Jerry one day. You know when Jerry would get the cheese and then get back in the hole and that, you see, man, what you cooking bacon? Let me guess, like. Hey, what? No, buddy, I swear you got.
You're on your dean, bro. What's going
What
on?
happened? You got Jumma on. You got Jumma in that. I know, come on, man, I can smell it. I was in myself. I can smell it. Just let me get a slice. All right, cool. Go and take a slice. Ease off. You can't see him. You see him come out for Friday prayers like he wasn't just in there with a mouthful of bacon.
That's funny, man.
It's funny, man. And they all got secret stashes of sweets and all that. But it's not shitting on them. It's just, like I said, it's a way to survive in the jungle.
Well, in American prison, even like a lot of the Aryan Brotherhood convert to Judaism because the Jewish food is better than the other stuff. So they all convert. They all say they're Jewish.
Can't do it over here, man.
You've tried.
Of course. What do you mean? I've told them I'm the first ginger black Jew. Like, I tried to do that. I said, you know Drake? Do you know Drake?
What kind of meals are they getting?
Kosher meals. So they come ready kosher meals, but they're like ready microwave meals, but they're like super microwave meals. Even for out here, if you saw the meals, you lot would be like, what? Like they get barbecue chicken wings, smoked salmon, freshly cooked veg, cauliflower, broccoli, lasagna cheeses with double cheese. Notice how I said cheese. Yeah, it's cheesy.
I would convert too, you know.
But they don't take it in British. In England, they know, like, you got to do some shit. You got to prove you're Jewish. You got to say some verses and
Fucking
you got to do a whole lot
homework.
Of shit. You got to do a hell of shit.
I mean, it is fair enough.
yeah.
You can't just jump ship.
I used to get them. I just used to buy them. I used to buy them off a guy that smoked spice. So yeah.
What was the spice problem like in prison?
Horrible. That's what changed prison. The spice problem and the lack of funding all at the same time.
For those who don't know, like myself, what exactly is spice?
Synthetic cannabis. Well, it was synthetic cannabis. Now it's just chemicals sprayed onto sheets of paper.
Fucking hell.
Literally.
And because you were saying you like smoke weed in prison, weed has quite a pungent smell.
Mm-hmm.
Did the guards not give a shit?
No.
Right.
So certain ones do. If it gets too much, if you can smell the wing outside during the day, the wing's gonna get spun.
Yeah,
or officers are gonna be like, yo, you lot are taking a piss. That's when parcels just land on. There's shitloads of it.
Yeah.
But the officers like it when they smell weed because they know everybody. There's no beef. There's no one's fighting. Some officers say, you lot got weed? Yeah. There's no, you lot get some weed. Please, man. You lot are too active. Too much energy. So when there's weed, everyone's
just chilling.
The whole jail, the whole wing, everyone's, even the guys that smoke spice, they're smoking weed.
We need to legalize that shit, man.
It's officers. There's no officer in prison, in the English prison, that will tell you that when there's weed in whatever jail they're in, they're lying if they say to you it's not the best time for their job.
Right.
Because there's no hassle.
No one can be bothered to stab anyone.
I can't be asked to do shit. I can't even be asked to go and ask you for some toilet paper. Forget stabbing people. I am high.
High.
No, I can't stab. I'm gonna stab myself. That don't make no sense. I just want to sit back, watch my Netflix, catch up on the box sets.
Would you read a lot in prison?
Yeah, I read 452 books.
Wow.
in prison.
Well, I remember I was reading Malcolm X's autobiography, and he
Yeah.
talked a lot about how reading changed his life.
Definitely
like, he
did.
devour everything.
The same.
And what was sort of like the books you were reading? What kind of knowledge were you kind of looking for? Was it just trying to get a bit of everything?
So I wasn't looking for knowledge through books. I've always enjoyed reading. That's my mum raised me to always read, because she's an what's the word? Is it an educator? No, what's like someone that loves to learn. There's a word for it.
Just a smart person, I guess.
Yeah, you're on the wrong podcast.
Yeah. We'll just go there. We'll just go there. Mummy's smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've always read. It wasn't until my mum sent me The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho, that I realized I need to read in order to gain my wisdom and knowledge in this place where I'm at. So I was reading a lot of Paulo Coelho's books. A lot of them, I just said to my mum after I read that, changed my perspective.
I've heard about this Alchemist changing people's lives. I'm not ready yet.
Listen, this book changed my life in prison. And when I read it, I was in the most dangerous prison the second most dangerous prison in Britain at the time.
You were in Belmarsh, right?
No,
where were you at?
I was in Belmarsh. Is not actually it's not actually dangerous.
Is it?
No, it is. Obviously, it is. It's fucking dangerous. It's highly dangerous, but it's not.
Right.
Because of the security.
Right.
Because of the way how they run it. You don't really want to do nothing in Belmarsh. You do something in Belmarsh, you're pissed. The screws are gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
And then you ain't getting charges. Belmarsh has its own laws. That's why we call it Hellmarsh.
Okay.
They'll just say, will they just beat you, do you in, essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat me up a couple times.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, they beat me up a couple times. Belmarsh is a law unto themselves.
Yeah.
But it's not actually a dangerous. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. But it's not dangerous. That makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like,
It's just not.
It's a real one ship. They run it well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is that tight.
so just to explain to some of the listeners, like, you were in Cat A then.
Yeah.
Right? So you got Cat A, Cat B, Cat C, Cat D, and Cat A is like,
You get double A cat as well.
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Double A cat.
I've been all of them. I was double A cat, B cat, C cat, D cat.
Yeah, so you have to go through basically the double A being the highest to the D, and then before you're released, you're sort of sent down the system for like,
You, the aim is to send you down the system
So
before
double
you
A cat, that's Champions League level.
Yeah, Champions League. Yeah,
Real Madrid.
yeah.
Just the
Cristiano
legends.
Ronaldo,
Modric, Cross.
Messi, everything.
Yeah.
I had the.
You've been there, seen it all.
Listen, I had the techers. If we're gonna, I ain't glorifying shit, but they put me in the position of having techers.
They knew your first touch was there.
Different. They call me the Black Skulls.
You just can't teach that. You can't teach that.
I'm just saying.
And then slowly you got relegated.
Yeah.
I relegated myself.
Age kicked in.
Age kicked in.
Like the awareness is still there.
Yeah, it was too much.
Guardiola came in, the game changed.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with
We
it.
know Pep don't like them black
No,
boys.
Pep don't like them black balls. Trust me. Me and Rooney started going bald at the same time. I thought I'd take the same.
The legs were gone, but the brain is still
Brain's
there.
still
you know what
there.
I mean?
Yeah, man. I went through it all, man. I went through it all.
So I just got confidence I want to talk about because I'm like, again, watching that interview, just to explain the story of how you, if you don't mind explaining it, how you went from coming out of prison, going into doing 10, 11 years, which I think like our listeners will be wondering what went down essentially. Because the story itself, when I was listening to that, is fucking insane from the arrest to everything.
Yeah. So what do you want?
Just like what happened and how you, like, because for me it's the bit about the unmarked cars and stuff like that.
Okay, so when I got arrested, so I went in, I got 14 years, do 7.5, but I did actually 8.5 because they didn't take off no time that I did, and they made me serve the rest of my last sentence. They just fucked me over basically.
Right.
For conspiracy to pervert the course of justice with a hand grenade or shooting, but with a hand grenade and a shooting by way of but I wasn't charged with any hand grenades. I wasn't charged for any shootings. I wasn't prosecuted for anything like that. That was just the circumstances of what happened at this house. When they arrested me in a hotel, the door blew off. I was sleeping naked in a bed. The door's blown off. I woke up, the door's smoking at the window. Armed police are running and just screaming, get down, stay down. I'm naked. They pulled off the duvet, I'm naked. Like, you know when you got baby dick? Like baby gym dick. You know when you come out the gym? Yeah, you know, Mike knows.
Fizz dick,
Yeah. What happened?
It's not really like this.
Hey. Literally, and they're there. Get that, say that, you black Muslim cunt, this,
Fucking
that. Because all my codees are Muslim. So before I was Muslim, and because a grenade's gone off, it's an explosive. So I was arrested as a terrorist. I was arrested by terrorism reacting police, basically, the high NCA soccer teams and all of that shit. The sergeant, the boss has walked in and said, fucking hell, put that down, we don't need another case. And he's in my face, the lights are on, the red beams, he's here. Stay down, don't move, you ain't fucking black, can't you, black Muslim, can't you, I'm here.
They could have just said ginger and not made it racial.
Hello?
They could have just...
Say what you mean.
They could have just... They didn't have to get... They didn't...
Get it off your chest. Fuck. I'm already naked. Shit. I know that's a woman underneath that balaclava and helmet. Look, I got baby dick. Fuck. Shit. But yeah.
What was that feeling like with that with a gun in your face there? Was that... Fuck, that must have been fucking scary.
I was still... Oh, yeah. I can't say I was shaking because I wasn't. I was stuck. Like I said on the interview, I was just waiting. I said on an interview I was waiting to hear the sound, but obviously you don't hear the sound if the trigger's being pulled point blank. But I was waiting to hear the sound. Like, the sound I've heard so many times, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just waiting to hear, whatever. Nothing happened. The sergeants walked in and said, fucking hell, put that down. We don't need another case. I've looked at him like, what was the first case?
Yeah.
Was there a second? Yeah. How many? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and he put it down. They put me in zip ties, walked me out the hotel in zip ties with my ankles and wrists in zip ties. People were coming out of the rooms looking. So they got 2 officers in front of me, 2 officers behind me, trained guns, and I'm zip tied up. And people were coming out the doors and looking at me and shit. And I'm not going to lie. The way how they had me, I've never seen anybody had like that. And people were like, and
Oh my goodness.
Some sexy thing come out. Listen, she come out, she was just in shorts and a little boob tube top. Don't tell the missus I said this. Listen, she stepped out, and she was looking, I swear to you, she wanted some gingerness.
Yeah.
She saw what was going down, mate.
Could you not brown
Even with the baby gym dick.
Yeah?
Even with the baby gym dick.
Listen, the gym dick wasn't out. I managed to put on my shorts and my t-shirt. She just saw bad boy walking through.
Could you not...
I just looked at her as like...
Could you not go to the officer?
Zip ties, isn't it?
Look, I know you just called me a black Muslim cunt, but like as a bro,
like,
let me have 5 minutes.
Hey, Steve, you saw that back there, man. Come on, Steve, man. Just lay me down. I don't even need to keep the zip ties on. Just lay me down. Just let me lay down. She can do it. She can do it. Steve.
You can supervise. Yeah.
Give us another pair of those handcuffs.
Yeah, shit, Steve. Hey, Steve, zip tie her. Zip tie her, Steve. Zip tie her. Do it together. We know about you, Metropolitan. You're a freaky. Yeah, we know about you, lot, bruv. Yeah. I feel like you lot ain't getting it down and all. We know. But, so yeah, got down to the front office and all the CCTV cameras were turned off behind the front desk. That's when it dawned on me that I could have died.
Yeah.
Like, and they wouldn't have had no evidence. Like, and rest in peace, Chris Cabba as well, and everybody else. And I'll say that now, man, because I definitely could have been that guy.
Yeah.
That night, because there wasn't even a record of how I got arrested. It was unmarked police cars, a blacked out Hummer, a blacked out M3, 2 super bikes.
Yeah, they're saying about the Chris Cabba, they didn't even put the sirens on, so he might not even known that it was police.
Listen, when they come to kill you, they come to kill you, bro.
So we've had a Met Police armed police officer on this podcast, Dom, and like it is interesting sometimes when you get their perspective on things as well. Because I'm not going to sit here and say that the fucking institution isn't capable of doing bad thing for 100%, but just as a devil's advocacy thing, I do think like they are, you got to remember they're people and there's going to be scared too, like fucking, if you don't know what you're walking into, You know what I mean? Like you walk into a room and you've heard this person could be a terrorist and they had a conspiracy to have a grenade and all this stuff. Fuck me, you ask me to go into that room, my language might not be as fruity as his.
I fully get that. They have a job to do and they get intelligence that there could be possible arms and whatever, and they've got to execute it in a certain way for safety.
But they definitely fuck it up as well.
Listen to me right now when I tell you, bro. They have protocols and measures to follow. They hardly follow them.
Right.
If they followed them, there wouldn't be so many fucked up cases of people dying by accident with police shooting people that ain't actually got guns.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no grey area. Jails taught me I don't live in grey area. I don't live in anything in the middle. It's black or white.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's like your sort of like philosophy on life is like
that's it. There's no, if you catch me in the middle, miss me.
Right.
You're gonna catch me on the one side. You're gonna catch me. I can't live like that. If I live like that, I'm confused. If I'm confused, I don't know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going. If I don't know where I'm going, I'm not going anywhere. So, do you know what I mean?
100%.
I need to be decisive. That's what I've learned in prison. So
They followed the rules or they didn't?
They don't follow their own laws.
Yeah.
They do have a thing as well. Like, and again, I'm not trying to fucking defend because this is a tricky subject to encroach upon. Like I know, just like they're a service, and like any service under this current government have had their funding cut. When funding gets cut, people have to work longer hours, and when you're asking people to work longer hours to make potentially life-changing decisions, and they've worked 100 hours that week, and they're now given something that you have to be fucking tip-top shape for to do. You know, they, in a way, that's a failure of the system itself for not, you know, because we want to siphon off money and let people not pay fucking tax, that we don't want to train people properly to, you know, that in itself is like, that they in themselves are a victim of the situation.
Yeah, I hear that, but at the same time, it comes with decisions of yourself, innit? Am I too tired to pick up this gun and go chase this car? Do I really feel up to it? Have I been awake for too many days? Is this something I should be doing? It's basic human decisions that we go through every day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their basic protocol is, right, cool, we're chasing this car now. Chris Cabba's in the car. We know he's in this car. There's supposed to be a gun in this car. This man is armed. Right, we have protocol. We have to box him in, T-pack him, whatever. Get on the horn, boom, 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 boom.
Bare minimum, put your sirens on. So
put the sirens on, let him know we are police. So, boom, let's see what his next move is. So he's got the warning, the first initial warning, sirens. Well, let's see what he does now. Did he try to get away? Did he try and hide? He would have pulled over his car. Hands on the steering wheel. Like every black man is taught to. Do you know what I'm saying? Or hands on top of it. Window open. Do you know why he would have? He's a fucking, he was a figure.
Yeah.
He's doing good in his community. Do you know what I'm saying? He's doing good in his community for his family.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it. When they want to kill you, they will come and kill you. Like, it's that simple. There's no, all right, cool, they're funding and tired and this, that, and rare. Listen, everyone's tired. Everyone's working. Everybody's living, the cost of living is fucked. Do you know what I'm saying? And everybody every day will get decisions.
But not everybody's got a gun in their hand.
No, everyone's got a gun in their hand, but everybody can potentially have a weapon in their hand, a little knife, a butter knife and something, and they get information that's pissed them off in the house, and now they're vexed and angry. Are they now going to go stab up the person that walks through their front door? 100%. Or a Jehovah's Witness knocks on their front door whilst they're pissed off with the butter knife? Did they stab them up because they thought potentially it was a burglar? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
No, I'm
they,
with you.
they get away with it because they're the police. They get away with it because they're the hierarchy. They make the laws, they make the rules. I'm here to change that shit. Slowly but surely, I will be making my efforts known and opening charities and organizations and working with people to let them know the insides of the thing properly, rather than scapegoating it and whatever else. Like I said before, PC isn't my thing.
Yeah.
Do you find as someone who like has had to go through it and come out and had to accept the responsibility of what they've done, it's then annoying to you when you watch something like the police, who are the people who send you to prison, not accept any responsibility? Like, you feel like you've done the work on yourself in a tough environment, and then you watch people who are in the establishment not take any bearing of responsibility.
I used to. So I want to say I don't speak out on many political situations because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be
Fair enough, yeah.
attributed to it. It's a lot of stuff, but there will be certain things that if I feel deeply to, I will voice my opinion on it. And I used to be until I realized that's just the way how that's just how it is. They are who they are. They're never gonna change. That's what we have to live with, not them, because what they're doing is right.
Yeah.
What they put out on TV and the media is right. Everything they do is right. It's publicly correct. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's by the Queen or King's law. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's not. We all know it's not. But we're all here ready to sit here and accept it. We don't have to. I didn't in jail. I didn't. I got moved to 15, 16 different jails because I never accepted it. They were just security moving because I know my laws, I know my rules, I know my rights.
Is that coming from reading again, or
Yeah.
how did you get this? Because not a lot of people that they don't know their right.
No.
I don't know.
Well, my mum raised me on the notion of always know where you are. Always know where you are. Always know who you're around and know what you're around. Always. And with that, you have to read. You have to read and observe and listen. So that's what I would always do. Read, observe the older prisoners with wisdom and knowledge. I'd go and ask them advice if I needed it. If they see me in a pickle, they'll come and give me advice. And I take all little gems from everything I'm doing. And
it's like you saying at the beginning, you see people on their phones and you're just not necessarily aware of their surroundings. That just comes, you kind of naturally.
Yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, I've got my phone, so obviously, but that's phone call. I'm never. If anybody ever sees me walking down the street like this, come.
It will happen.
Yeah.
Wait. Have you got TikTok?
No. I don't. So
wait till
have
you
I
get.
got TikTok? TikTok. I've gone. I don't know how I managed to go viral. I went viral. I'm on viral on TikTok. I'm on.
Yes. Bro.
Like so.
Did it give you that little boost? That dopamine.
It get the dope. This is so watch this. Watch this. This right here is the dopamine district. This is actually DD stands for dopamine district. This is my boys and clothing brand. Look out for it, man. So look at that, everything for a reason. You said it dopamine. Hey, Ro, I got you, bro. Got you, player.
So we got Gift Gaff plug, we got dopamine district plug.
Come on, we're pluggy out here. We're just plugging. We're plugging. But yeah, what was you saying?
What was I saying?
About looking at the phones.
Yeah, just being about the observancy that you have just of your surroundings and just being aware of where you are.
I could never do it. I can't put myself in that predicament. Not yet. I ain't comfortable like that yet to be completely shut off to who can come behind me. Like even shopping in Westfield and things like that. I can't do it too much. I can't be even getting on the tube. Like it's too many people. It's my anxiety and
too many variables.
Yeah, I'm here and I can see people looking at me, so I just stare straight. And when I look, I know I'm giving off a stern look. I'm giving off a look like I'm on a prison yard or I'm in jail, new guy, and I'm giving them and I need to catch myself. Do you know what I'm saying? And realize, wow,
I'm out. I'm all right.
I can breathe, man.
Yeah.
I know, like. The likelihood of someone attacking me from behind here is.
I'm in Waitrose right now. So
Trying to get my cucumbers and tomatoes.
Just end up throwing some old deer through the fucking tomatoes.
Well, I turned around, I spun round on the guy on the escalator because I could hear him coming.
Yeah.
It's like I got super hearing as well. It's like everything, all my senses. I could hear the rustling.
Yeah.
I was looking at my girl. My girl's basically where you are. I looked at her, I said, is he coming up behind me? She goes, how do you know he's a man? I said, I can hear him. Is he coming up behind me? She goes, yeah. She goes, you all right? Are you all right? I said, yeah. And he's coming behind me and I've gone, and he's gone, I've gone, sorry. So, like it was just so, and he wasn't, I was like, is he stopping? She's like, no. She was looking at me like, what's going on? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I could hear the
Yeah.
So boom, spun on him. I turned around. I said to my girl, she's gone, you all right? I said, yeah, I'm good. She knows I'm not.
Do you find that like you were saying that that they don't really give the likelihood of prisoners reoffending? One of the reasons why I've sort of looked into it might be so high is because we send people to prison, send them in this environment where they come out in exactly the situation you're saying, high stress levels, probably PTSD, all of these things, and then it's like, good luck, go out there. and reintegrate.
Well, yeah, look how long I've been in prison. My probation lied to me. Before I got out of prison, I was able to sort out my own place to live. Once I got out, job, through people helping me out for promises when I get out and whatever, they have stuck to their word. And they said, no, it's too early to speak about it. We've sorted it all out through probation, through services. You've been referred, this, that, Don't worry when you get out, cool. I didn't see my probation for the first 3.5 weeks after I got out.
Mad.
And they did nothing. So housing, so it was only 2 weeks ago, they called me, my probation called me and said, I need to find somewhere to live. Because they put me in a hostel. I said, well, I had somewhere to live. No, but you need to find somewhere to live now. I was like, okay, cool. What do I do? Show me the process, housing, council, this, that, So when I've gone through it now, my probation's then come back to me a week later and said, well, after I've been told, I said, I'm not entitled to any of the council or anything because of the new legislations and laws and the way how it's done now. And she's gone, yeah, I know. I've been out of jail 6 weeks. And she's gone, yeah, no. So I said, oh, but did you do the referral to the charity that you told me about? She goes, no, I didn't. I said, Jocelyn, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I said her name.
Edit that out. Do you need me to edit that out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right. What time was that?
That was 1 hour, 22, 30 seconds.
All right. We'll
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put a beep over it.
Yeah. And she said, yeah, no, I didn't refer you because they don't do anything anyway. This was...
you going to tell me?
This was last week, but I'm getting evicted from the hostel in 2 weeks.
Mad.
I had a job lined up for when I get out. They didn't let me do it because they said they wanted me to manage me in the community before I work. Okay, cool. I got another job with the comedy club that we was talking about. As we speak, they've been sitting on it for 2 weeks to make a decision as to whether or not I can work. But they've told me I need to get evicted I'm getting evicted from the hostel in 2 weeks' time from now. And I'm not entitled to any help from the council because of my situation only last week. But you won't let me work in order to pay to get out and you haven't helped.
So how the fuck are people not meant to reoffend? Like, if you're looking at that situation, because you were...
Oh, sorry. And the job centre, so they set you up with universal credit and everything. They didn't set nothing up for me. Like, so my first week out of prison, I had to borrow money when I shouldn't have had to borrow money. And now, when I have got my universal credit and whatever benefits, I've had to pay that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I've ended up with still no money. But I can have money because I've got a job. I want to work.
Yeah.
You're still not allowing me to work. No. And when I call you, you're telling me, oh, my managers are busy. They might not have a chance. I don't really want to contact them because I don't want to get in trouble.
So this is the thing, like, that to me just doesn't make sense, is someone's come out, putting on gigs in prison, clearly showing, look, I'm rehabilitated, I want to enter society, I want to go do these things, don't want to do that stuff. And then just not having the fucking services that are required then means that people, because people, I take it you were making some fucking money when you were on your thing.
Most definitely.
So how the fuck is someone meant to come out and go, hold on, what? You look at the skills that you've got, because like prison as well, it's fucking, anything in life is networking. You're going to meet people in prison who have gone, oh, you're doing it this way? Or if you do it this way.
Yep.
So how the fuck are people going to come out and then go, all right, I'm trying to get a job, I'm trying to do the right thing, or I can ring this person that I met in this place, suddenly I don't have to borrow money. Suddenly I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. And then it's straight back into like, so what is the fucking, there's no, it's meant to be about rehabilitation and the government's not fucking doing anything, which I know with this government.
It's set up, it's set up in the sense of, so I explained this to one of the youngers in jail before I left. I said to them, if you get out, where do you think your money goes when you give your money to the plug? So you get food off your plug, you give money to the plug. Where do you think that money goes? It goes to his plug. I said, where do you think that money goes? He said, to the plug. I said, it goes up the chain about 4 or 5 times, right? I said, yeah. I said, in the end, long story short, in the end, the money ends up, your plug is someone from the government. Because in order for the food to get into Britain, it has to come through docks. In order for it to come through docks, managers in certain positions have to sign paperwork for certain shipments to come into the thing. Those shipments have to be known about, especially if it's food because they go in a different direction to the rest of the containers. So in order to get those signatures, you need permission. The manager of that dock needs permission to sign off certain things. And he's getting paid a nice, hefty amount from the big boys overseas just to turn a blind eye. So your money that you're trapping for on the roads with all these pebbles and whatever you're selling, and you're giving back to the plug, you're paying the government. Watch this. The government get paid for you to be in prison every year, right? So if you then come out of the system and you stop and you break the cycle of selling and you now actually work, and you're earning legally.
Yo. Hey, game's fucked up, man.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
And see when I broke that down to him, he did exactly what you did. Yo.
Yeah.
Like fucking, like it's like taxes.
You can't. I said you cannot get out of the system if you think you're going to just do it illegally, just in a different way, because you're constantly paying your enemy. How you're saying the government's your enemy, or this, that, fuck the police, you're paying them.
Do you think I was watching a thing of a guy who was like, was like he was saying he was like mid-level in a gang. He said, but even anyone I knew of who was a higher up, like making the big cash, the big deals, he was like, they never carried a knife, never carried a gun, never had to kick anything off. He was like, they were lovely white people.
Yeah.
Who lived in the countryside.
Yep.
He was like going, even his guy who was top, he was like, he might run this bit of an estate and that. Yeah. He's got to talk to them. Yeah. Like,
listen, like the big, it's the old people in old people's homes. Yeah. And the suburbs where everyone thinks these are bankers and whatever. No, they're the cocaine pluggy, they're the plugs. Like these lot are, put it this way, the government cannot afford for the war on drugs to succeed. The government cannot afford for the war on crime to succeed in any way, shape, or form. It's the biggest money maker in the world. The drug game is the biggest money. There isn't anything. I don't want to hear about Amazon. I don't want to hear about No Social. I don't want to hear about Elon Musk. I don't want to hear about nothing. The biggest money maker the biggest money drive force is drugs. Facts. Facts. It's a trillion pound industry yearly.
From every side of it as well.
Every side, bro. Can you imagine if drugs stopped coming into the country? Just imagine if people stopped taking drugs, if there was no drugs. Where's all the money going to go? They're just going to be shitloads of money.
Yeah. The World Cup. The World Cup's coming up, so God bless those bankers.
It's just going to be shitloads of too much money, so it's just a cycle.
You just want to finish it. You've been out for 7 weeks.
7 weeks, yeah.
Have you been able to gig much?
I can't gig because I'm on curfew. I'm on 7 o'clock curfew. So
oh fuck.
Yeah, that's why I'm the socials. My socials.
When does that come off?
Hopefully, when I'm out of it in 2 weeks. So hopefully, as soon as I get out of the hostel, I'm gigging, man. You've
been writing a lot.
Oh, I've got folders. I've got so many. I've probably got like 4 or 5 hours worth of.
Dude, fuck it. We'll help you out and get some shows and stuff, man.
Come on, man.
Absolutely.
All the help. I'm happy to open. I'm happy to host. I'm happy to fuck up your shit.
At the end of Elliot and Mike, get Jay to do the bucket speech. see who tries to walk by then and not leave 3 quid.
Big man.
Just, you don't need security, and it's like, hey, Jen, security. Be security, bro.
You said you were in there peeping the game when you're in prison, man. Who'd you say is your top 5?
What?
Comics.
See, I wanted to speak about this as well.
Oh, we still got a bit of time. We can do it, yeah.
What do you lot think about the comedy game in Britain?
In Britain?
Ooh, it all depends how many toes.
I'm very American inspired when I came in. I just feel like their style, what they talk about, how they talk about it, just matches my sense of humor more.
Same.
And it's ended up affecting my style more. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely some, I would say, British legends, but in terms of what I like, I want to be that.
Yeah.
It was very much I was looking to America.
Same.
That's, for me, that's one of the big, I know don't talk about the Cold War, so that's what the real divide is at the moment in the UK, is you have those of us that are going towards podcasting, especially because of things like Have a Word and seeing the success of that, and this American, you see people like Andrew Schultz and all these people, Shane Gillis, who've sort of carved out these careers for themselves, who are great stand-ups, And the thing that I've learned most from doing this, what I like most about this, could you imagine if I had a producer, right? This was a radio show, and I want to get Ginger J on. Yeah, he's just come out for it, but he's got a wicked story to tell. And, we don't know about that because our listeners are, no, fuck off. Like, and then you have to have this argument, and you have to have these things that stop creativity. And that for me is why this format is quite unbeatable, and I don't think the rest of the sort of what I don't want to call it an establishment, people in the world of television and radio aren't quite up to speed on that's why panel shows were a thing, because they were cheap to make. But Mock the Week at its points was a fantastic show, but I'd rather listen to them for a couple of hours, give their actual opinion, and not have to speak over each other to get a joke out that they've written on the Monday, you know? Yeah. And so that for me is why I think America is ahead of the game at the minute.
Well, America's always been on top of the comedy game. I'm just to answer your question, I'm not happy with the scene, man. I haven't been happy with the English comedy scene for ages. To me, and it's not taken from anybody that's in it, that's been working hard in it, because I know how hard it is. Not because I've been in it, but because I know people in it and they've spoken to me. It is one of the hardest jobs to do in entertainment, hands down, especially when you're starting from the bottom. And you have to pay for everything yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You have to do all the traveling and everything's yourself. You have to find everything yourself. So I get it. But England's not doing enough, bro.
You reckon? Do you watch Black Circuit as well as, or you used to going off TV acts? Do you watch?
I don't watch anyone anymore.
You don't watch anyone anymore? To be honest, I'm kind of the same.
Do you want to, you know why?
What gigs was he going? He's just come out here.
I clocked it.
No, TV. I don't remember. My thing's TV and online. So.
I feel like if you go once you're able to go look at the circuit, you'll probably find some things like
No, there's loads. Like there's funny people. There's naturally funny people, and then you got people that are funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's you know the difference. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like England's stuck in the same routine of comedy of it's either stand-up shows on TV or stand-up circuit, or it's the comedy panel shows.
Yes.
That's it.
Where
are my comedy series?
Yeah.
Where are my comedy drama series? Where are my British comedy films?
Shout out Jamali's right now.
Jamali's doing a lot of work right now to change the narrative.
Yeah, he is.
Like there's a few comedians that I've heard about that are trying to do stuff and put pilots together and write scripts and whatever and everything else. And England needs to wake up.
Wake up.
Like I remember I said I'm here to change the game, and it's gonna take a bit of time. But as soon as everybody starts picking up on this ginger black guy is not playing any games. Like I'm coming to change the shit. There's everybody needs to wake up. And like you said, I was so happy when you said the American thing. England's scared to be seen as to copy America. That's what we're scared of. Because we all know they run the comedy shit. We all know. Like we're talking Bernie Mac. That's number one.
Bernie Mac.
That's number one. But England have their legends. Lee Evans. Yeah. That's my guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Mickey Flanagan. That's my guy.
Out's one of the greatest ever routines
ever. So it's a mix and blend of everybody, but it's mainly America for me as well. You can hear it in my lingo sometimes when I tell jokes. Yeah. But we can't be scared to implement how we've grown.
Yeah, I think we are at a turning point in this country. I don't know how you feel with it, but I definitely think there's people I see coming through now. I've been doing this nearly 10 years and it's the same. And when I first started, I wanted to be on panel shows. I thought I'd go to Edinburgh, and I'll be real with you, I probably wasn't good enough. Where I was going up doing a show a bit too early, but where I am now, I'm like, man, I do those shows for the money and maybe a bit of clout in a green room. I don't want to be doing a fucking ITV2 celebs go fracking comedy show. Like,
it's just it's cheap and I feel like
Mike's in the industry, so he's careful, innit?
I've seen you on a few things.
I've not done anything like the celebs go. No, I feel like I would say like in America they see I'm an artist,
Yes.
a comedian, and I don't feel like there's that same level of feeling in the British comedy where it's like I will sell out a little bit, if you can want to call it selling out, because I'm money.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
does that though. Everyone loves Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope hosted Girls Gone Wild. So
Yeah.
Bill Hicks created a god awful panel show thing like some of Patrice O'Neill's sketch show, and he hosted VH's One's clip show. Like
So
no
what
one
we said,
remembers that stuff.
I'll see when the check comes. I'll see what I say.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So if you ever see me on a terrible thing, understand it's
I'm getting
Mind your
paid.
business.
Yeah. Mind your business. You know, just mind your business.
Just change channels. It don't bother you.
I'm just a bit dead. Like, so now I get it. But you know, ideally, you know, you want to just like be an artist, like you're an artist.
Yeah.
You don't have to mention no PC, man.
Yeah, I know.
don't have to be
And
busy.
do you know what it is? I don't want to see. I'm just very. I'm aware of my ability. Do you know what I mean? And everything I do. And prison made me aware of that, just from being with myself for so long. Artist.
Yeah.
In order to, I feel like we don't create enough, and I say we because I'm joining the scene now. I'm joining the circuit, guys. Like I want to come be a part of the family. Please accept the ginger one. Please. Yeah. We don't create enough on the stage. Watch. So this is what when I've observed and analysed. Watch the Americans, the best American legends, and the best English legends. Watch how they create. They create the whole. You can see everything they're talking about on stage.
Right. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like when they'll walk up that way. I was up the stairs, and then come. They'll create the way how they can create and put their perception on the stage, and it's just them on the stage.
Yeah.
That's where comedy's lost now. I can't. Nobody's creating.
There is. I'd say someone like Sean Walsh. We had Walsh on last week. His special kiss, where he fucking was so personal in it about being cancelled. Have you seen it?
No, I
It's
haven't.
a
But
good
Sean
one.
Walsh is alright.
It's a good special, and
Yeah.
he takes it. He kicks it up a gear.
Like I said, I've stopped watching. Do you know I've stopped?
You'll do that.
Definitely start. Look,
Yeah.
I'll
I need
say
to
it's,
start watching again.
it's there. It's there.
there.
It's not all. That's the thing. It's not all who make.
Got guys
Yeah.
like Vittorio coming through who
Yeah.
are fucking.
So what would you
Mike
guys?
Waterwale.
What would you guys say would need to change in British comedy for it to pop? What would you like to see more of?
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's what. But you see, that's what comedy. That's you see over there in the States. That's what they have. Those comedians are at war with each other, and they are on every platform. Fuck Mike and his good chocolate skin. I wish I had his skin. Do you know, like they are.
I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. I'm not gonna go to war with you in a podcast. I'll take on trusty hogs, but I will not go. If your podcast starts a war, do you know what, bruv? Just have the studio, innit?
Find somewhere
Have the
else.
studio.
I'm retired. I'm retired.
I'd find the guy who put the gun in your face and get him on my pod and be like, "Yeah, look who I've gone and got."
I'll be like, all right, Liam, is that what we're doing? Yeah? All right, Liam. I thought you might. Okay.
But we got to wrap up. I wish we had more time. But bro,
Yeah,
like,
man.
we're gonna fucking get you back on the pod.
Quick.
No,
top
most
five.
definitely.
Top
Top five.
So we know Bernie's in there.
Bernie, most definitely.
Chappelle.
No.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
We're gonna have to come back for part 2.
Oh, I'm
Definitely
coming back
come
for part 2.
We'll get Jamali in the studio as well. That'll be.
Bernie, Lee Evans, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer.
No Chappelle. No Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
We need definitely to come back. We need part 3 for him. Listen. Chris Rock. Remember I told you, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm the best since Bernie Mac. Remember I told you, yeah? I'm the best since Bernie Mac, and the only way
I didn't want to put it out, but it is that camera, by the way. So, Bernie Mac
I've been
would have known
talking
it was
here.
that camera.
Yeah, I've been talking to Bernie. Bernie's over here, but don't remember I told you.
Over here, gift caps over here.
Remember gift gap wagwan. Remember I told you I'm the best since Bernie Mac, and I say that.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I respect all the legends. I respect everybody in the game, but I am so confident in my ability. I'm confident in what I know I can do and what I can. Nobody can speak about what I can speak about the way how I can
100%.
speak about. it.
Once you get that first, just learn that bit of being on stage. It happens after a couple of years. You'll fucking
A couple years. I'll give myself a couple months. I'm not playing no games. I'm trying to be everywhere and anywhere.
You just hit mics.
I'm hitting them. The mics are going to be hitting me.
But what I will say is the problem with open micing is the first an open mic has fallen in this trap because they play to each other all the time. Because there's no audience with a lot of it, they start talking about comedy a lot, and then by the time they start playing actual audience,
Not gonna have that problem.
no, that is a fair point, and yeah, he'll be all right.
He's got life experience.
Yeah, he'll be all right. If he's just
Cat Williams.
Do you know what? You're better. You're better off.
I've been thinking between Cat and Kevin.
I'll give it to Cat.
But there's so many other more. I like Airy Speeds. There's so many guys.
Cat's
Like
got some great fucking specials.
like like the undercards on the Def Comedy Jam circuits. It's just that I can't get their names. There's so
Earthquake.
many. Yeah,
Earthquake.
Hamburger.
Ginger
You
J,
have to go.
where can people find you, man?
You can get me on TikTok. You can get me on Instagram at GingerJ, GingaJay.ent. You can find me, man. Come follow me.
Dude, we're definitely gonna have you back on. We'll
You
get
can
you on
hashtag
tomorrow
it as
and
well.
we'll fucking.
I appreciate it,
Got
boys,
bare
man.
clips out.
We'll
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Luckily,
I appreciate it.
luckily,
Anytime as well. I ain't gonna be like Jams either. Like you call, James, you wanna come on? Call me, innit? Like,
he'll fucking the peace negotiation. Dude, it was easier to get those cunts out of Russia than it was to get fucking Marley back on this podcast.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring him with me next time. I'll bring Jams with me,
Dude,
yeah?
I'm definitely up for that. When
I'll
Jamali's back
headlock him.
from America, we'll do a fucking special one. This has been BTEC Philosophers. Where sign up to the Patreon and all of that stuff. You know what it is. Jay, thank you so much for coming in the studio and
Come
putting up
on,
with
man.
our
I
shit,
appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.
I've been Elliot Steele.
I'll be Michael Odewale. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.